and that they were going to try to create a specter of a threat from outer space. And the only way to do that is to falsely create evidence, or evidence that exists that the CIA and other operations have created, and then label it alien when it isn't.
In recent weeks, an extraordinary wave of space-related developments and official statements has reignited public debate about the reality of unidentified aerial phenomena and the possibility of extraterrestrial life. Governments and high-ranking officials have begun speaking more openly about the existence of unidentified objects in Earth's skies, and even about the likelihood of intelligent life elsewhere in the universe. At the same time, attention has turned toward interstellar visitors, such as the mysterious object known as Atlas, an object that many have described as behaving in ways inconsistent with known natural bodies. Amid this growing discourse, one of the most prominent voices in the disclosure movement, Dr. Stephen Greer, has issued a renewed warning, one that he has repeated for decades. Dr. Greer, a long-time advocate for transparency surrounding extraterrestrial and advanced technological phenomena, has cautioned that the sudden openness of government agencies might not be what it seems. He warns that while the public is being prepared for an apparent first contact, this narrative could be part of a much larger, orchestrated strategy designed to control how humanity perceives the truth about intelligent life beyond Earth. In his view, recent official statements and the language surrounding them bear a striking resemblance to what he has long described as a planned narrative, a staged extraterrestrial threat scenario intended to manipulate public opinion. The announcement of Atlas as an interstellar comet passing through the solar system has only added fuel to this growing unease. While mainstream scientists have approached the discovery as an astronomical curiosity, others have pointed to the way it has been discussed by both the media and officials. The object has been repeatedly described as unpredictable, potentially hazardous, and unlike any previously observed comet. To many, these descriptions echo precisely the type of framing Dr. Greer has warned against, a subtle but deliberate effort to present a non-human object as potentially threatening, thereby justifying increased militarization of space and expanded government control over space-related information. Critics of this framing argue that describing such an object in cautionary or militaristic terms serves no scientific purpose. Instead, it conditions the public to view unknown phenomena as dangerous by default. Dr. Greer's supporters contend that this is the beginning of a larger narrative, a psychological conditioning campaign that would make the public more accepting of defense spending, surveillance and secrecy under the guise of protecting Earth from an external threat. In their view, this is not about disclosure, but about rewriting history. According to those aligned with Dr. Greer's position, the sudden willingness of institutions to talk about UFOs and extraterrestrial life marks a turning point. For decades, the official stance was one of denial or ridicule. Scientists and military personnel who came forward with evidence were often dismissed or silenced. Now, the same authorities who once suppressed the topic are presenting themselves as open, transparent, and scientifically responsible. To some, this shift appears too calculated to be sincere. The idea that Atlas could be used as a kind of narrative reset fits neatly into this suspicion. If the object is declared the first official contact or the first confirmed extraterrestrial event, the entire history of secrecy and denial surrounding the UFO phenomenon could be quietly erased. There would be no need to explain past incidents, no need to address decades of cover-ups, and no need to admit that contact or recovery of advanced technology may have already occurred behind closed doors. Instead, governments and agencies could start fresh, controlling the story from the very beginning. This would allow them to present the situation as one of cautious scientific discovery, an exciting but carefully managed event that unfolds under their supervision. The public, captivated by the spectacle of an interstellar visitor, would look to these institutions for guidance and answers. In this way, the same authorities who have allegedly withheld information for generations could re-establish themselves as the trusted gatekeepers of the truth. Supporters of Dr. Greer's warning believe that this strategy also serves a deeper purpose, maintaining control over advanced technologies derived from non-human sources. For decades, whistleblowers and insiders have claimed that recovered materials from unidentified craft have led to the development of revolutionary technologies, zero-point energy systems, advanced propulsion methods, and other breakthroughs far beyond what is publicly known. If such technologies were revealed, they could render entire industries obsolete, disrupt global power structures, and challenge the economic foundations of modern civilization. By controlling when and how this information is released, those in power can introduce these technologies gradually, under the guise of new scientific discoveries, while maintaining their dominance over global systems. A narrative like the one being built around Atlas provides the perfect framework for such a controlled rollout. Each new revelation can be carefully timed, presented as the result of ongoing research, and released only when it benefits the existing hierarchy. To the casual observer, it may seem like humanity is entering a new era of transparency and discovery. Yet to those familiar with the history of suppression, the pattern is unmistakable. Dr. Greer's warning is not just about potential deception, it is about the long-term manipulation of public consciousness. By framing the arrival of interstellar visitors as sudden and unprecedented, governments can reshape how humanity understands its place in the cosmos. They can decide what is shared, what is classified, and how any potential contact is interpreted. The implications of such control are profound. If humanity's introduction to the wider universe is filtered through official channels, then the narrative of discovery, whether it is one of cooperation, fear, or wonder, will not be determined by collective experience, but by a handful of decision-makers. The public will only know what they are allowed to know. The technologies that could uplift civilization could remain in the hands of the few, and history itself could be rewritten to exclude the long legacy of sightings, encounters, and investigations that point to a truth already known behind closed doors. Dr. Greer's message, therefore, is a call for discernment. He urges the public to question not only what is being shown, but also why it is being shown now. The timing, he argues, is no coincidence. As governments prepare the world for what they will describe as first contact, he warns that this event may not mark the beginning of humanity's encounter with extraterrestrial intelligence, but rather the culmination of decades of preparation for a managed revelation. In this view, the story of Atlas and the renewed official discussion of UFOs are not isolated events, but parts of a coordinated narrative shift. What appears to be progress may, in fact, be the careful rewriting of history. And as with all matters of power, control of the narrative means control of perception, and ultimately, control of truth itself. On the afternoon of Sunday, August 1st, 2021, residents of Ecatepec, a municipality in the state of Mexico, witnessed something truly unusual in the sky, an object that defied conventional explanation. Described by eyewitnesses as star-shaped, metallic, and hovering steadily above the area, the unidentified flying object quickly became the focus of attention for thousands of onlookers. What began as a quiet Sunday afternoon turned into a moment of collective wonder, confusion, and speculation as residents looked skyward to observe a strange airborne phenomenon that many believe challenges current understandings of aerial technology. Eyewitness accounts vary in the description of the object. Some stated that the craft resembled a silver orb that shimmered in the daylight, catching the sun and reflecting it in dazzling patterns. Others described a more intricate structure, noting that it appeared to have several sharp protrusions or spikes extending outward from its surface, giving it the appearance of a metallic star suspended in the air. The object was seen floating in an unusual, deliberate manner, neither rising quickly nor descending, but maintaining a steady position as if surveying the area below. Its motionless quality and the lack of visible propulsion only intensified the mystery. In a rare occurrence, several individuals managed to capture photographs of the strange object. The resulting images show a highly symmetrical shape that closely resembles a spiked sphere or star, with sharp, pointed extensions radiating from a central body. The images have since been shared widely on social media platforms, drawing attention from around the world. Some viewers see the object as a potential craft of unknown origin, while others have speculated that it might be an advanced drone or a type of surveillance device not publicly known. Regardless of the interpretation, the quality and clarity of the photographs have added legitimacy to the eyewitness reports, transforming a local event into a topic of global interest. Social media played a significant role in amplifying the story. As soon as the images were posted online, thousands of people began sharing them, offering personal interpretations and engaging in debates about what the object might be. While some dismissed it as a weather balloon or promotional drone, others pointed out the geometric precision and unidentifiable propulsion method as signs that this might not be a man-made device at all. Comment sections filled with speculation, ranging from extraterrestrial technology to secret military experiments, while a few individuals suggested that the entire incident could be a sign of something deeper, perhaps a cover-up or withheld knowledge about aerial phenomena. Local media outlets also reported on the incident, interviewing several witnesses who maintained that the object remained visible for a considerable length of time. Some said it hovered in place for over an hour, while others claimed it slowly drifted across the sky before disappearing into the clouds. No official explanation was offered by Mexican authorities, which only fueled further speculation and curiosity. The absence of immediate clarification led some to believe that information might be deliberately withheld, or that officials themselves were unsure about the nature of the object. Adding to the intrigue is the context in which the sighting occurred. Residents, many of whom had never seen anything like it before, described feelings of awe and confusion. Children and adults alike gathered outdoors, pointing and discussing the bizarre object with both excitement and concern. The shared experience created a sense of unity among those present, even as they grappled with the question of what exactly they were seeing. Photographic analysis by online enthusiasts has noted the object's distinct shape and lack of visible propulsion system. The spikes protruding from the body of the object suggest a design not typical of conventional aircraft, drones, or weather equipment. The lighting in the photographs also indicates that the object was metallic or highly reflective, catching and scattering light in a way that gave it a shimmering appearance against the cloudy sky. These elements have made it difficult for skeptics to offer a concrete alternative explanation. As often happens with unexplained aerial phenomena, the sighting in Ecatepec has attracted the attention of independent researchers and investigators of unidentified aerial objects. Several have pointed out that the object bears resemblance to other spiked or orb-like UFOs reported in different parts of the world, suggesting a possible pattern. Some theorists believe that these shapes may serve specific aerodynamic or energetic functions, possibly related to propulsion or communication. While these ideas remain speculative, they highlight the broader context in which this event is being analyzed. In the absence of official statements, the event has continued to grow in the public imagination. The possibility that something unexplained, possibly even extraordinary, appeared over a populated urban area in broad daylight has resonated deeply with people. Many have expressed the hope that further sightings or investigations might provide clarity. Others remain cautious, pointing out the dangers of jumping to conclusions without scientific evidence. Still, the photographs remain, serving as tangible proof that something unusual indeed occurred on that August afternoon. This incident also sheds light on how modern technology and public access to smartphones and cameras have transformed the documentation of such events. In previous decades, a sighting like this might have been dismissed due to a lack of physical evidence. Today, however, the proliferation of camera phones allows nearly anyone to become a documentarian of the unexplained. This democratization of information has shifted the power dynamic in how unexplained phenomena are perceived and investigated. It is no longer solely up to official institutions to define what is real. The public now plays a crucial role in recording and questioning what they see. The Ecatepec sighting joins a growing list of aerial phenomena that continue to puzzle observers and challenge conventional understanding. Whether the object was of human origin or something entirely different, the lack of an immediate explanation highlights the limitations of current knowledge. Events like these invite deeper inquiry and a willingness to explore possibilities beyond the usual assumptions. A series of 3 photographs leaked on 4chan have sparked an intense debate over their authenticity and the possibility that they depict a crashed UFO. The images, which quickly circulated across online forums and social media, appear to show a heavily damaged craft with an unusual structure. Observers noted that the material of the object looked almost as if it had been 3D printed, with sections of the hull seemingly punctured by a forceful impact. While no context was provided alongside the images, their mysterious appearance has led to a flood of speculation regarding their origin. What makes the 4chan leak particularly compelling is how closely the appearance of the wreckage matches these reported drones. The structural composition of the damaged hull appears unlike any known aircraft material, with an intricate, seamless design that lacks visible bolts or rivets. This peculiar feature has led many to speculate that the craft's construction method is vastly different from anything used in modern aerospace engineering. The pattern of damage seen in the images suggests an impact that penetrated the hull, but whether this was caused by a high-velocity collision, an attack, or an internal malfunction remains unknown. The leak quickly gained traction, with some suggesting that the 4chan user who uploaded the images was actually a whistleblower, part of a coordinated effort to slowly introduce the public to the reality of non-human technology. UFO researchers and enthusiasts immediately analyzed the images, comparing them to previous UAP reports. Many noted that the design of the craft bore striking similarities to the descriptions given by military pilots and eyewitnesses who have encountered strange objects in the sky. Some observers pointed out that the object lacked visible seams or rivets, making it unlikely to be a conventional aircraft. Its apparent structure and composition raised further questions about its origins. The fact that the images emerged at a time when UAP disclosure is becoming more widely discussed has led many to believe that they were part of a planned leak. Over the past few years, insiders have come forward with claims that governments and private institutions have been studying recovered UAP technology for decades. Some sources have suggested that the gradual release of classified information is an attempt to prepare the public for a much larger revelation in the near future. If this is true, the 4chan photographs may be the latest in a string of strategic disclosures designed to acclimate the public to the idea of non-human intelligence and its technological capabilities. Skeptics have questioned the validity of the images, pointing out that no official sources have confirmed the authenticity of the photographs. Others argue that if such an advanced craft had crashed, it is unlikely that classified military personnel would have allowed photographs to leak so easily. Despite these doubts, many believe the images represent compelling evidence that such technology is real and is actively being concealed from the public. Some who have examined the photographs suggested that the wreckage could belong to a UFO drone rather than a fully manned spacecraft. This theory stems from previous reports of mysterious drones appearing in various locations across the United States, including New Jersey, Colorado, and Nebraska. Unlike conventional drones, these silent car-sized crafts have baffled witnesses by defying the known laws of physics. The alleged wreckage in the leaked images bears striking similarities to these reported UAP drones, which some believe could be advanced surveillance devices either of human or non-human origin. In recent years, reports of unexplained aerial objects have been increasing, particularly sightings of silent, hovering drones exhibiting advanced maneuvering capabilities. One of the most widely discussed cases occurred in Morris County, New Jersey, where a local family experienced an unsettling close encounter with a mysterious triangular craft. According to their account, the object hovered silently above their car as they followed it along a rural road late at night. The family described the craft as having 3 or 4 bright lights on its underside, moving effortlessly in the sky. The encounter took a bizarre turn when the family noticed that their car's clock had inexplicably changed time. Despite no visible interference, the clock had jumped several minutes ahead, leading them to question whether they had experienced some sort of time distortion. When they eventually moved away from the craft, the clock returned to normal, leaving them shaken and confused. Reports of time anomalies in UFO encounters are rare, but not unheard of. Many researchers believe such distortions could indicate electromagnetic interference, or even more exotic phenomena related to the object's propulsion systems. The mysterious drones over New Jersey were part of a larger wave of UAP sightings across the country. Reports from Colorado, Nebraska, and Wyoming described silent, car-sized drones performing intricate maneuvers with no visible means of propulsion. Theories about their purpose and origin range from top-secret military experiments to extraterrestrial surveillance devices. Some have even suggested that these objects could be autonomous probes sent by an unknown intelligence to observe human activity. The release of these photographs has fueled an already growing public demand for disclosure. In recent years, the US government has begun acknowledging the presence of UAPs, with the Pentagon forming dedicated task forces to study these unknown objects. However, many UFO researchers remain skeptical of official narratives, believing that classified information is still being withheld from the public. The recent congressional hearings on UAPs have also increased interest in these phenomena, with several military pilots and government officials testifying about encounters with objects exhibiting impossible maneuvers. Some have hinted that classified projects exist within the Department of Defense that may involve reverse engineering retrieved UAP technology. If the leaked 4chan images are indeed real, it would suggest that at least one of these mysterious crafts has crashed or been recovered, adding weight to the theory that governments may already be in possession of non-human technology. The lack of additional context surrounding the leaked images has only deepened the mystery. No one knows where they were taken, who took them, or how they ended up on 4chan. This has led some to speculate that the uploader may have had access to classified material, possibly working in a military or aerospace-related field. If that were the case, the leak could be part of a larger effort to slowly disclose the truth about UAPs, or it could be an unauthorized leak from someone with inside knowledge. Others have pointed out that disinformation campaigns have historically been used to manipulate public perception of UFOs. Some believe that certain leaked images and documents may be planted intentionally, either to muddy the waters or to test public reactions to possible disclosure. Given the sudden disappearance of the original poster from 4chan, some speculate that they may have been silenced for releasing sensitive material. While the truth remains elusive, the 4chan leak has reignited debates about the reality of UAPs and their implications for humanity. If the wreckage in the images is genuine, it could be one of the most significant leaks in recent history, providing an unprecedented glimpse into the technology of these mysterious crafts. If it is a hoax, it nonetheless reflects a growing desire among the public to seek answers about what is really happening in our skies. Dr. Stephen Greer, a retired physician and one of the most well-known figures in UFO research, has once again sent shockwaves through the UFO community with his latest announcement. He has revealed that he has insider knowledge of an imminent release of groundbreaking information regarding UFOs and non-human intelligence. According to Greer, a group of individuals with access to classified evidence is preparing to unveil a significant amount of information related to extraterrestrial phenomena within the next few months. This revelation has sparked widespread speculation and anticipation, as many believe it could be a major step toward full governmental disclosure. Greer has long been at the forefront of the disclosure movement, working tirelessly to expose what he describes as a vast cover-up of extraterrestrial encounters and advanced non-human technology. His latest claims suggest that 2025 could be a pivotal year in the ongoing debate over UFOs, potentially reshaping public perception of the phenomenon. He believes that as this information is set to emerge, there needs to be a reliable source to provide context and interpretation of these revelations. He sees his platform as an essential tool in framing the discussion and guiding the public through what could be one of the most significant disclosures in modern history. The timing of Greer's announcement has electrified the UFO research community, as well as those who have followed his work over the years. Many wonder what kind of evidence will be presented, how it will change our understanding of extraterrestrial life, and whether Greer's claims will finally lead to full governmental transparency on the issue. If his sources are correct, the coming months could bring undeniable proof that UFOs, or unidentified aerial phenomena, are not just the product of human technology, but something far more complex and extraordinary. Dr. Stephen Greer is no stranger to UFO research and disclosure efforts. Before dedicating his life to uncovering the truth about UFOs, Greer was an emergency room physician. However, in the 1990s, he transitioned into full-time UFO activism, founding the Disclosure Project, an initiative that aimed to bring forward testimonies from high-ranking military officials, government insiders, and intelligence personnel. These individuals claim to have direct knowledge of extraterrestrial encounters and covert UFO programs that have been hidden from the public for decades. Greer's efforts gained mainstream attention in 2001 when he held a press conference at the National Press Club in Washington, D.C. At this event, multiple military and intelligence officials provided sworn testimonies regarding their experiences with UFOs and secret government operations related to advanced technology. Many of these officials stated that they had witnessed advanced craft that defied the laws of physics, as well as evidence of recovered non-human technology. This landmark event was one of the first large-scale attempts to push for full disclosure, but despite the compelling testimonies, it failed to generate the level of governmental transparency Greer had hoped for. Over the years, Greer has continued his mission, often clashing with government agencies and skeptics. However, with the recent surge in mainstream acknowledgement of UFOs, particularly following the Pentagon's release of declassified UAP footage, Greer's work has once again come under the spotlight. His recent claims suggest that the level of secrecy surrounding the UFO phenomenon may finally be coming to an end. One of the key aspects of Greer's recent announcement is the idea that those with inside knowledge are now ready to come forward.